guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Xochitl. If you are new here in 2020, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with all of my videos, especially if you love makeup reviews, tutorials, demos, chit chat, get ready with me, especially affordable makeup. Today, I wanted to do one of my first affordable drugstore makeup reviews for a new product launch for 2020. Got my hands on it, thankfully, from all the Ulta gift cards that I got. So this is like purchase half, one of two, because it's waiting for some other things to come in. It is the Covergirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk Foundation, nourishing foundation with coconut milk and aloe extract. So you know they had my attention. If you are new here on my channel, I have dry skin. I have very, very dry skin, specifically also because I'm somewhere in Chicago where it's not like nice all year round. When it gets cold, it gets cold. So I am super excited for this foundation. I picked up mine in the shade 560 medium, which I'm wondering if it's gonna be a little bit too dark. I was between 550 and 560, but I was like, I'm still like in between that range where it's like I have a minor tan. This might be a little, I don't know. It might work out. We'll see. Because sometimes I feel like, I don't know, it's really hard to choose online. So it's really like a trial and error. I think 560 might work for me. This comes in 14 different shades, at least so far that I've seen on the Ulta website. I also saw this available on Amazon being sold through Covergirl. You always got to be careful about those things as well. And this is about like $11.99, so like $12, $13. Of course, if you want to get it cheaper, go somewhere like Target or Walmart as soon as it launches. But I really wanted to try this out. I know before Covergirl had like their clean line, a couple of different options. And I know they have like their clean matte, like back in the day when I first started off with makeup at like 16, 18 years old, like looking at stuff. So I'm really interested in this with that coconut milk aloe extract. It sounds very nourishing, very hydrating. It's supposed to have like no sulfates, no parabens. It's also supposed to be cruelty free as well. And then it's supposed to give your skin a very nourishing, dewy glow. We'll see how it goes on dry skin. Is this for oily skin? Is this for normal skin? We'll see what type of a dewy glow I get. But I kind of wanted to try this on with you guys, do some check-ins throughout the day, and let you know how I feel. It's 10:30 a.m. right now, and I've already primed my skin. I honestly went with my go-to primer currently, the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Very affordable, $8. Plus, I feel like a lot of people have that as well. You can pick it up. And when I've been doing these like reviews, I just find that that's honestly my favorite primer when I use different sites. So this comes in a squeeze tube. As you can see, it's not super thick, a little bit watery, but not like super thin. So I wonder what kind of coverage this is going to be. I'm thinking, oh, here you go. Blurs imperfections, evens out skin tone, sheer buildable coverage, instant all day hydration. We shall see. So I figured it was going to be like a light to sheer coverage. So one half of my face, I'm actually going to blend this out with my Morphe sponge. And then the other half of my face, I'm going to use a brush, something compact like this, to really see if that'll give me like that added coverage. But of course, I'm going to take it for what it is, which is a sheer buildable coverage. So I'm going to go in with one layer and see how that blends in, and then we'll go in with two. This might be, so we're gonna blend it down to my neck. So let's see. Oh, that's not totally off. Yeah, that's really sheer. Okay. Yeah, look, you can still see. So I'm wondering if it's just merely meant to like even out redness, which I do have around my cheek area. So I am normally a full coverage type of girl, but you know, there are all those days where you want to have something more sheer. I do like a good BB cream, CC cream for those light coverage days, especially like in the summertime. But why are there this for my brow? So I wonder So I wonder if this is from the foundation or my sponge. I just washed this sponge too, but I've had this happen before with the Covergirl last year's launch, their TRUBLEND. Those are very matte foundation. It had little like bolitas, little white little things. I don't know if that helps with the moisture, but I'm getting that around my face as I'm blending. That's interesting. Okay, let me see if I can cover that guy up. This is sheer AF. This is one layer. I'll check out one layer with the brush. This is very sheer. For some reason, it looks really dry. Like right here, it's weird. Interesting. Let's try the other side. But let's see side by side. This is one layer with the foundation on this side. I do kind of see it like look a little bit better. Like if you kind of want like a no makeup, like I definitely see a lot more redness, unevenness over here. And that's like a nice little improvement there. That's with one layer. So let's see one layer with a brush. Yeah, okay, no, this is the foundation, huh? It's got like little things in it. I know with the matte foundation, the TRUBLEND, the matte one, I'll link that review down below. It's like white little beads. Yeah, this is the foundation. It's like white little beads. I know they said for the matte one, it was meant to like soak up any oils or something, but like this is supposed to be nourishing, so these like hydrating beads. But that looked a little bit dry. Oh, okay. Definitely a little bit more coverage with the brush already. This is, yeah, I like it with the brush a little bit better. Just a little bit more, you know, as your sponge soaks up a little bit more product. Oh yeah, for like a nice light coverage, this is nice with the brush. This is the Wet n Wild. This is like a $3 brush. This is my favorite foundation flat top brushes. Oh yeah, I like it a little bit better with the brush. Like I have like the redness here and here. I can see it peeking through even when I added a little bit more, but it definitely looks a little bit more evened out with the brush. Oh yeah, with the brush side, I already kind of see it getting a little bit dry though. That's interesting. I wonder if it's supposed to be a nice dewy finish for oily skin. Like it looks like it's drying up, and I did my usual, what do you call it, hydrating like skincare prep that works. So we'll see. Like when you look, you have to look like really close, really close. It looks a little bit better on this side. On this side, that's weird. I'm gonna go and finish up. Let's do 2 layers. I definitely prefer the brush though. This is really nice for like those of you who really don't like a lot of makeup. That looks nice. But I'm gonna do another layer all around, but I'm gonna use the brush. I definitely prefer this with a brush. It's very rare that I like, oh yeah, this is weird. It's like little beads in here. I didn't have anything else on my hand. This is weird. So it's got like texture to it. Interesting. Ugh, why? This is weird. I don't know if there's like beads of moisture or what. Let's go in the second layer. Let's see how much. But so far the color's okay. Yeah, this is weird. This is really weird. As I add more, it's like a little bit drier. What the fuck? Let's see how it sets. Usually with like more hydrating dewy foundations, I do tend to prefer it with the brush. And more like matte natural finish foundations, I prefer it with the sponge. I feel like that helps add a little bit extra hydration. I would say, yeah, 2 layers is like a nice light coverage. Still feels really light, doesn't feel heavy with 1 layer or 2. It almost feels like it's like little beads of sand or something. Like unless you look really close. Like now I feel like it's kind of gone in this area. But I definitely see it on this side. Okay, actually the shade was actually pretty good. It looks darker in the packaging. But I'm happy how this looks. Like nice light coverage, and it just evened out all that redness that I had around here and kind of peeking around here. That looks pretty nice for like a nice light coverage. It looks luminous right now. We'll see how it holds up throughout the day. You can still kind of see a little bit like that one little speck right there peeking through, but you know, what can you do? But like up close, it doesn't, it looks like a nice layer. But it does look like it's drying up already. That's weird. Around my nose. Hopefully that doesn't get cakey. Yeah, around right here. It's already like getting dry. That's weird. Unless you get really close. But yeah, like my forehead's looking like maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Let's get this all together. It's around 10:30 a.m. I'm just going to quickly do the rest of my face. It's going to go in. We have our CoverGirl concealer, eyebrows, mascara, nothing crazy, a little bit of bronzer, and I'll be right back. So just did a quick makeup face, a natural. I feel like honestly this is what I would wear this type of foundation for, a nice, a natural day. And before, what I normally do, if you're here on my channel a lot, I always set my face with MAC Fix Plus, and then I go in with a setting spray just because I need that added hydration. As you can see, I already need another bottle. I have like 10 of these. I need to go back to MAC, but I wanted you guys to see it before I kind of sprayed my face. I kind of wanted to assess, just because I have such dry skin, I need that luminosity, that extra boost. I do want to find a drugstore type of version of that. I know some brands have some, but just kind of wanted to assess the situation from afar. When I kind of checked in the mirror in the bathroom right now, it looks good, it looks nice. When I do a quick close-up, it's already kind of getting cakey around my nose area on the sides, and then just a little bit dry here. Of course, we're gonna set that. I also went in with the concealer, the CoverGirl concealer, the TRUBLEND Undercover, and this one is in the shade M900. I don't know if the concealer is just a little bit darker than the foundation, or it oxidizes a little bit more, because I can kind of see like a clear, like it didn't blend in as perfectly as it normally does with like my other foundations. Maybe it's a little bit darker, but I can just see like that clear, like this is the concealer where it stops, and the foundation. So when they're mixing it wise with different concealers, that's the thing, or is that just mine? I'm just messing up. Close up, just like at the bottom of my chin, I don't know why it's like so dry there. Like it's just small little, it's like if like little dust was, like not dust, like sand was kind of like thrown right there, just a little bit. You can't see it from afar, but unless I'm like looking like right there, I'm just like, what the hell is that? It feels very nourishing. Oh yeah, a little bit tacky to the touch. I did not add any powder other than bronzer around my face. Honestly, that's something I started doing in 2019, is not adding powder. Sometimes I go in with the Galactic Luminous face powder, but around the perimeters of my face, and I sometimes just don't feel the need for it. I like to keep that more hydrated, so it does feel like that very like milky, nourishing around the face. It doesn't feel heavy. I liked it with 2 layers. It's still like a nice light layer, and especially for someone like me who loves makeup, like I'm good with this for like a nice everyday. Like it looks very like day to day. It is getting a little bit dry around my nose here, so let me spray my face real quick and let that kind of set. So without the Fix Plus, I'm like, it's okay, let's add the Fix Plus, let's finish up our routine. And then I'm going to go in with my Milani and Make It Last setting spray. Let this kind of sink in. If you don't have something like the MAC Fix Plus, there are some other, I like the Pixie one. I'm trying to find some other like hydrating sprays as well, but still just even go in with your setting spray. I just need some sort of spray, some added hydration, just to kind of melt everything in, make it look less powdery. So I'm hoping this will help, but from afar, it looks nice. Up close, I do notice those things. We'll see how, you know, it goes with the cakiness around my nose. So I think I'll check back in with you guys around like 2:30 in like 4 hours, just to see how it's holding up now that we've completed the whole face. And then I'll check back in again maybe like 6:30, because I'm trying to go to the gym later, but we shall see how this holds up. I'm definitely curious. It did say very dewy, glowy, nourishing skin, but I think I read somewhere for oily skin. So let's see how it goes for dry skin. And I haven't seen, or I didn't pay attention to the reviews. I think I saw like 1 or 2, or I don't think I saw the whole thing. I was just trying to see color wise, but I'm kind of curious to see the reviews if they were oily skin and how that worked for them. So I'll keep you updated for us dry skin girls or boys. Hey guys, so it is about 4 p.m. I wanted to do a check-in at 2:30. However, last minute work thing, I had to come help out somewhere. And however, I did go into the bathroom around 2 p.m. and I actually preferred how the foundation was going or looking when I checked in about 2 hours ago. And I feel like with the time, since I put it on at 10:30, 11, 12, 1, 2, like 3.5 layers, I felt like it really, it gave it a chance to kind of sink into the skin and just kind of melt. And I feel like in general it did not look as dry. It looked like a very nice natural finish foundation on my dry skin. Now this is supposed to give you a dewy type of a glow, and on dry skin I feel like I'm not getting that. Even now that it looks better, it's like a nice natural glow, as opposed to I feel like if you have normal and especially oily skin, I think that's who's gonna get the glow. It looks pretty good. Like, it looks natural. It doesn't look super luminous. Just like a nice natural finish, at least on my skin. My bronzer is hanging on pretty nicely. Like, it looks good. I prefer it. It doesn't look as dry, weirdly enough, as when I first put it on or even like set it. So I'm liking it now more than when I first put it on, I gotta say. So I'm gonna do another maybe like 2 hours, do my last check-in around like 6:30, and I'll let you guys know. Hey guys, welcome back. It is almost 9 p.m. Wanted to do my third check-in for the day. Hopefully you guys could kind of hear my second check-in around 4 p.m. So it's almost 5 hours later. I meant to do this a lot earlier, and then dinner happened, and then I decided to rewatch Gossip Girl again. I kind of got lost in it. Plus I was looking up, like, you know, different fitness, healthy recipes and stuff. But here we are. I mean, I feel like not too much has changed since I kind of did, like, I checked in myself maybe around like 7 o'clock or so, just like a mini assessment. But like now looking, it's like still not good. I feel like you can kind of notice. So with this foundation at around the 4 p.m. check-in, I was actually pretty happy with it. I was liking it a lot. But something that I had noticed in the beginning, and I kind of want to do a clearer like look back. I feel like maybe I didn't point out too much since I did have a scarf in my second check-in, but my chin, oh my god, my chinny chin. Look at that. Like, can you see the dryness? Oh, like what is going on there? Like, well, the only things I've kind of touched up is my lipstick, of course, because I've eaten. But ooh, like, girl, let me get focused. Like, honestly, from like my cheeks, like above my mouth, it looks good. It actually looks, I feel like it stayed intact pretty well. Like, my bronzer is still on top too. Even my forehead's like not too bad. Minorly, maybe a little bit of dryness, but still not bad. The sides of my nose, definitely, that was just like a huge problem right from the beginning. It's not like I like loaded it on, like not, like the tip of my nose isn't too bad, but the sides. And then this, like right here, like, you know, if it did the Joker, like this is just below is, what the hell is going on there? Like, I wonder, like, that is like extremely dry almost where it looks like, I never dealt with like eczema or anything, but like I've got like redness that I don't normally have there. When I first put on the foundation, before I kind of added any sort of Max Fix Plus or anything, I did notice like when I don't have makeup, I don't notice like all these little like kind of, they look almost kind of like acne bumps when I put the foundation on. Like, I could see all this like texture, and I don't notice that with my normal foundations, like almost as if like the foundation kind of like made something react and kind of come up to the surface. And then now that's kind of what's going on here. Like, I feel like when I look up close, I can see the redness like coming like right there. So I am not a huge fan. I don't know what's going on there, but like my cheeks look fine. Like, you have to look really extremely close to be like, okay, maybe there's a little bit of dryness, but it's also been 10 hours now. I put this on around 10:30 a.m. and it's about to be 9 p.m. barely. So for 10 hours, like, honestly, everything on top looks good. Like, I'm a fan, but the bottom part, like, oh, hell no. Like, usually for me, my T-zone is what gets really dry, and my chin too, you know. But the fact that like my T-zone is good, it's the sides and my chin, I am not a fan. I am not a fan. Like, I noticed it maybe around like 7 p.m. getting a little bit drier. So I don't know. It just looks like, yeah, like I don't have like eczema or like a rash, or I don't know if that's like, I don't have allergic reactions that I know of, but like this part of my chin is really rare. Like, can you see that dryness? Like, ooh, girl, that's not cute. I like the coverage. For me, I think with a brush, anywhere from 1 to 1.5 layers, you can get some nice coverage. I love how natural it looks, but for dry skin, this is not going to give you a dewy, glowy look. Those types of results are definitely catered more towards oily skin. It's going to be that nourishment for the wintertime for oily skin. So I feel like if you're oily and you're kind of struggling with that, you kind of want something that's going to give you that natural dewy glow, I think you'll really enjoy this foundation. Even normal skin. For dry skin though, I feel like it's just not quite enough for like this area of my like face. That's just weird. Like, I've been wearing foundation, you know, regularly, and I haven't had that reaction. So I'm kind of not a fan of it. I'm curious to maybe try it out maybe again, just because the top part actually, you know, looked pretty well. I feel like it stayed intact really well too for that one part, like everything above that, you know, wasn't dry and weird like that. Like everything else looks pretty good. The bronzer kind of stayed on there, but it's just, for me, the type of finish that it's giving me is more of like a natural, like healthy type of a glow, not like, ooh, dewy glow. Whereas I feel like for oily skin, you're probably gonna get that. I'm curious to see for like anybody who has oily skin who tries this, is it gonna be a little bit too dewy for you, you know, where you look a little bit greasy? I think maybe normal skin is definitely a safe bet to try this. I think if you're someone who likes very sheer, buildable, maybe up to light coverage, something kind of similar to like a BB cream type of a thing, I think you will really enjoy this. I wish, of course, they had more shades. There's about 14 different shades on the Ulta website. 560 actually ended up working out for me really well. I thought it was going to be a lot darker than it was, but I would say this is definitely not a dewy finish for me. I feel like for very nourishing, very hydrating foundations, hydrating can mean something very different to different skin types, you know? Oily skin doesn't need as extreme of a hydration as dry skin does, so I feel like for me, in order to achieve that dewy finish, I'm gonna need a little bit more hydration. This is just like a nice, natural glow. I would definitely say dry skin. I feel like there's definitely a lot of other great options to try out. This isn't one of my favorites. I don't know what was going on down here. I think normal to oily skin, if you're curious, I think this will be hydrating and this will give you the dewy glow, especially now that it's a little bit colder out there. I think it's worth a try. For me, I think this is definitely gonna be a pass, but I feel like once again, it's maybe not so much catered or meant for my dry skin in general, but other skin types, feel free to try it out. If you have tried it out, if you're curious, I think it's not a bad foundation. Like even the fact, like everything up, it was pretty good. Like I would have been like, yes, try it out if you want a nice natural glow for dry skin. But this part, I don't know what's going on there. So you know, we got that going on there. But let me know if you guys check it out, if you like it or not, and what your skin type is. I'm curious to see how this kind of cooperates or does not cooperate with different skin types, as well as if you guys, you know, have dry skin and you get any of that dryness that I did. I'm curious to kind of watch other reviews and see, you know, what's going on there. And also, when, you know, I was applying the foundation, I was showing you guys, like, it just felt like little sand beads in there. It was weird. Like, I don't notice it around the other parts of my face. Just really dry down here. So regardless, I'm glad I tried it out. I hope this foundation is good for some sort of skin type, and I think there will be those people who will really enjoy it, even for someone who's a coverage queen like myself. For a nice light everyday type of just throw it on type of foundation, I think it was good. I just wish it provided a little bit more dewiness, a little bit more hydration that my dry skin needs, but glad I checked it out. I hope you guys enjoyed that review and demo with check-ins throughout the day, so you can see in real time what's going on with my skin, what I'm experiencing. Hopefully that's helpful for you guys, and just like a fun way to kind of do these reviews and demos. We've definitely got a lot more new drugstore products coming your way. All the new drugstore 2020 products. I was going to, I don't know, maybe I can, I don't know how I'm feeling about this bottom part of my face. I was gonna film my ColourPop haul today, but I'm not liking how that's looking. After this video, just for the purpose of this video, I think I'm gonna film my ColourPop haul tomorrow to have on later this week. So keep an eye out for that, as well as tutorial with all of those products that I got. And Maybelline's coming out with stuff, L'Oreal's coming out with stuff, Milani's coming out with stuff, and you know I'm gonna get my hands on them because I asked for Ulta gift cards and Walgreens gift cards for Christmas, and people delivered. So looking forward to doing those for you guys. So make sure you're subscribed so you can keep up with all of my videos. Also, mention in the comments down below what other videos you are looking forward to seeing in 2020, so I can make sure to mix in some of those for you guys as well. Want to make sure you're having a great time too. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.